Okay, she has left again. I think he's called her off. She just had a break about 15 minutes ago. And now she has left the nest again. She was looking. It looks like she was communicating with the male. You can tell by the way she looks. We can't hear him because it's 130 yards. But I can tell by her head movements and the way she looks. But again, she just had a break about 15 minutes ago, and we got a glimpse of the little guy's heads when she left. And then she came back and got settled back on them, keeping them warm, because they're 3 days old now, our Cooper Hawk hatchlings. And there's the Tiercel. He's back. Well, let's see what he does. So he has brought breakfast. Now this could get good. And this is Gary Cooper, the male, and he has called her and delivered her some food, and we'll see what he thinks of the little guys, see if he can get down on them. He's looking at him. Well, I don't know if I should get in there. He will, though, I think. Because, again, they're only 3 days old, and they can't regulate their body temperature, so the adults have to get back on them, keep them warm. But it's not really that critical. She just left, and it's 60 degrees, and there's no breeze. So he's just looking. He's not getting on there. He's keeping an eye on him. He's guarding him. And this is what we wanted to document. What he does when he brings the food and calls her off. And they're right on her. Hopefully a little head will pop up. This is our proud papa. Now, if it was raining, he'd get right in there. But it's, like I say, 60 degrees, and there's no breeze. And they're all huddled together, and she just got off of them, so she's only been gone 2 minutes. Well, there's our proud papa. He brought in the breakfast. He has delivered it to her. He called her off. So we'll see how long it takes for her to get over here. And we'll see if he gets in there. He's looking. Okay, there's a little head come up, see? They say, got any food, Dad? No, Mom's getting it ready. I just delivered it. But they see his beak. Oh, yeah, a little head's coming up. So we got a piece of scrap in here I might be able to give you, a little tidbit. So don't worry, Mom's got fresh food coming. I just caught breakfast. She should be back shortly. This is what it's all about. This is a great Cooper Hawk nest. Like I say, it's shallow, and there's no limbs in the way. We get to see every activity, even 3-day-old little guys. Look at, we get to see their heads. So when she feeds them, we'll get to see it. And we're all excited about it. We've watched them from the time they were doing their mating calls and putting sticks in the nest and building this one, and they were repairing it. Its nest has been there for a while. Just put a layer above that broken off limb, and all through the egg laying and the incubation, and now they hatched, and now we'll get to document the feedings. And, oh yeah, there's Papa checking on him. Like I say, he's not too concerned because it's 60 degrees. He's looking for something in there. She's having her breakfast now. We'll see what happens when she sails in. This might be a long video because I'm going to run it. It's got everything going we want. We get to see the little heads. We get the Tiercel here in the nest while Mama's taking care of the breakfast that he delivered to her. So he's on guard, watching the little guys. You gotta remember, they're only 3 days old, and they can't regulate their body temperature, so it's dry, and there's no rain, and there's no breeze, so he may not get on him. He may just stand guard till she comes back. She's been keeping them warm all morning. They've been cozy. And this is the male. We named him Gary Cooper because we made him a movie star. And we call her Flo, the female, just because where the nest is, that's how we know which nest we're talking about. We have several in the area sometimes, and we gotta keep track. But here we are. He is looking at him again, and they've been poking their little tops of their heads up a little bit. They usually fly away the eggshells, and some of the eggshells they eat when they hatch. So I saw the female eating some eggshells the other day, and but some of them they fly away. Okay, she's back though, and off he goes. And they fed him yet. Oh, she's got the food in her foot. Look at that. She's got it all ready to go, and she's got her back to us, so we won't be able to see their little heads this time, maybe a little bit. She's getting it ready. Here's their breakfast feeding. And the time is 7:06. But there she is, tearing off little pieces for the guys. And this is our first feeding we're documenting. And again, the youngsters are 3 days old. So we have, don't know how many Cooper Hawk Eyases we have in there, but we'll get a head count one day. But this is breakfast time at the Cooper Hawk nest. And we've waited a long time for this. This is our first documented feeding at this site. It's 7:07 in the morning. And Tirso called her off. She got the food, and he stood guard on the youngsters, and she sailed in, and here she is feeding them. And we got good lighting, no breeze. You can see the little white heads poking up, and we got to remember they're only 3 days old. And now when they get bigger, we'll be getting good views of them. But she's giving them a good feeding, a good breakfast. How great is that? We've been waiting a long time for this. She's just divvying it out. I could zoom in a little bit more here if I want. There we go. See how it goes here. A little bit out of focus now. It gives us a little close-up view. I'll back up a little bit here. There we go. Try 130. That comes in pretty good. The little guys, well, they're quick. She's giving them feed. Look like a small bird she had in her talons. So Papa, he did deliver breakfast. There's little heads coming up. They're reaching up, getting the bite. How wonderful is that? This may be a little bit longer video. I'm going to run it because I don't want to cut this short. I won't make it too long, but in fact, I think we're pretty much good here. I can make a second one. This is about all we're going to see anyway, is because there's so little. I'll let it go another minute or so. As you can see, how great it is. She was looking, and then I figured that he was in the area, and I was right. And then the next thing I looked, she flew out, so I started the video, and here we are. Feeding time at our Cooper Hawk nest. The little heads are just a-going. This is breakfast time. And again, our Cooper Hawk youngsters are 3 days old. Now she's turning to the side. There you go. Now maybe we'll get to see more of the heads this time. There she is. What a good mama. There you are. And the male, he's a great hunter. The last couple of years he had to bring food for 5 youngsters, her and himself, so he knows how to catch the food. There, little head come up. Here's one for you. All right, thanks, Mom. How great is this? I'm not going to turn it off. She's in the right position. I'm just going to let it run. We're up to just about 10 minutes now. There it is, 10 minutes. That's what we've been waiting for a long time. Feeding time at the Cooper Hawk nest. And the little Eyases are reaching up and she's handing them little pieces of food. They eat within a day or so. They're feisty little guys. Raptors are hungry. Oh yeah. There we're getting to see some heads. She's in the perfect position. Heads are coming up. We want a good breakfast. Well, we got plenty here for you. I'll have a bite for myself. There you are. That's what I've been saying about this nest. It's shallow, no limbs in the way or leaves, and we get to document everything that goes on. And this is the first feeding that I'm documenting today. 7:11 now, and so they've been feeding for a little bit. There you go. We'll share this with all our friends, and there we go. Well, the Flow facility can be proud. They've got the best Cooper Hawk nest in the whole area. Look at this. My goodness, little heads just to go on. I'm trying to get a head count. It looks like 3 or 4 anyway. We get it on the big screen in the computer. My monitor on the camera is small, so it's hard to count, but like I say, the last couple of years they've had 5 each year, and the average is 3 to 4, so we'll see how they do. She's giving them a good feed here, and she's in the proper position. The little guys reach up quite a ways. You can see that. There, yeah, I can take that one. Yeah, I'll just gonna let this one run. You don't get videos like this often, especially with a nest this shallow, and to be able to see little ones at this age get fed is remarkable. And there we are. They're having quite the snack. And this one reaches up. I'll have another bite of that, Mom. Okay, well, there's plenty for all you guys. She's going to have a little bit of that herself. She won't give them the leg. She'll eat the leg herself, because they would choke on that. They're too small for that. They're little pieces of meat. There you go. Okay. She won't give them anything that they can choke on yet, because like I say, they're pretty small. All right, then. Well, that's what you call lucky. Got here at the right time today. Even got the Tiercel there guarding them till she got back with the food and started the feeding. So you want to see what happens at a Cooper Hawk nest when the youngsters are only 3 days old. Well, here you are. And I'll come every day and document it. Papa, he's off on the hunt again because it's a full-time job for him. Yeah, Mama's just finishing up, I think. They can sometimes feed for quite a while. She'll finish eating herself right here, feeding it to herself, what's left. Gets them guys filled up. I don't see them reaching up now, so she's just going to finish up feeding herself. Yeah, she's going to finish it up. Looks like they've had enough now. So we'll call that good then.